Diwali is around the corner, winter's in the air, you can smell it, hunger pangs are rising, and it is such an exciting time of the year. Somehow winter vegetables are much more exciting than summer, especially here in India. I don't know about anywhere else in the world, but there's so much of greens. You've got methi, you've got palak, you've got sarson da saag and choli and all these things happening. And it's a wonderful way to, remind you that even though you want to eat meat and a nice hearty meaty meal, you can add greens to it and balance things out. So today we're doing Methi Chicken, and it's probably not so common and it sounds quite simple, but we're gonna festive it up a la Baba Panda. The most important ingredient in Methi chicken is methi, and I've got this amazingly tender, fresh methi happening here thanks to Vinay the vegetable man. There is chicken, this is about 1 kilo, and the rest of the ingredients are regular for a chicken curry. So there's onions, there's ginger garlic paste, there's tomato puree, and I'm also using kasuri methi, because one, I love the fragrance of it, and secondly, it sort of just adds a zing to the methi chicken. And most especially, like I said, a la Baba Panda, we are going to be adding some cashew nuts and raisins in the chicken once it's done. I think the raisin will be a good addition, a bite of sweetness in that methi and savory chicken. So let's get cooking. Step 1, of course, is to brown the onion, and you need to get the onions nice and crisp and brown. So do it on slow fire and be patient about it. Don't rush it, and let it sort of gently keep simmering in the oil and crisp up even from the inside. Now that the onions are brown, you add the ginger garlic paste and just a dash of water so that it doesn't burn in the oil, and cook it till that raw smell sort of goes away. The onions and the ginger garlic are done, and now is when I shall be adding the chicken. And along with the chicken, I will also add the salt, the turmeric, the garam masala and dhania powder. I want to mention that I'm not using jeera in this because jeera has a sharp taste and I don't want anything to kind of interfere with my methi. But what dhania does is it sort of tempers that bitterness that methi might have. I'm also adding some nice hot chili powder to this, and now we are going to let the chicken sort of cook on slow fire and simmer and release all the water that it has, because I want to make this like a dry preparation. I don't want it in a gravy. The chicken's been simmering away and it is smelling really, really good. So now I'm going to add the tomato puree, and I have to tell you that along with the 2 tomatoes that I've pureed, I've also put in a few green chilies because, again, amazing aroma, right? Especially winter green chilies. So the tomato puree will obviously also release water, and I'm going to sort of let it simmer again gently. And now is when I'm going to be adding the kasuri methi. Kasuri methi and tomato is somehow, they just go together. So while the tomato puree is still cooking, the chicken is cooking in the tomato puree, I'm going to wash and chop the fenugreek, the methi, and get it ready to go into the pan. So now has come the time to add the star of the dish, the methi saag, the fenugreek leaves, and in they go into the pan. Methi doesn't take very long to cook, so It's just going to be, I think, another 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to increase the heat a little bit right now because I want it to cook fast, and I want it to, not release water again, because like I said, I want a dryish dish. I don't want a gravy thing. Along with the methi saag, I'm going to add the juice of half a lemon because I have heard that it takes care of the bitterness. I personally have never really had bitter methi saag or palak for that matter, but maybe I'm just lucky. And let's not take any chances. I don't want to spoil the dish, so I'm adding the juice of half a lemon. As you can see, the methi has wilted, and before it gets cooked too much, I'm going to now add Amit's cashew nuts and raisin. I think that'll be good actually, nice and festive. So the methi chicken is cooked and ready, and I cannot tell you how crazy the aroma is. The fresh methi and the kasuri methi have sort of combined and created a riot of fragrance, and of course the chicken adds to it. So let's go and serve and taste. And it's done, 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 done. Oh, I can't tell you how amazingly fragrant this dish is. You have to try it. Amit's kaju and kishmish, I think, have added a good touch to it. I have, of course, garnished it with a little cream to make it look a little more festive. And so let's taste it. The meat is so soft. Chicken never tasted so good. I don't know why we don't have this more often. It's really good. So I'm also going to taste a little bit of this yummy saag with the chicken. Not bitter. Methi never tasted so good also. And you know that kasuri methi which I added early on, that's like really got into the chicken while it was cooking, and this is absolutely out of this world. So methi chicken, folks, it's the entree for the season. So, Mr. Kaju, what is so special about you? Let's check. Amazing. Have to add that to the dish whenever you do it. It really sort of, makes it richer and more nawabi, so to speak. So, have a good season, folks. And see you again next week. This time we're really bringing you some very exciting dishes, so don't forget to tune in every week.